Welcome to the Blood Moon Archives, home to real-life encounters of things that go bump in the night. These aren't just stories. These are true horrors that will haunt you long after the screen fades to black. So lock your doors, close the curtains, and keep those lights on. Let's get into it. The Deed by Jesse 1118. Location: Boise, Idaho. I never thought I'd be the kind of person to mess around with old walls in a basement. But here I was, crouched down in my own basement, trying to fix a section that had collapsed after the heavy spring rains. The house is old, really old, but charming in that creaky, slightly haunted way that makes me feel like I'm living in a story. It's part of the appeal, I guess, but it also means repairs come with surprises. As I chipped away at the broken plaster and crumbling bricks, I hit something hard beneath the rubble. It wasn't a rock or a chunk of concrete, but a glass jar, dusty and sealed tight with what looked like a rusted metal lid. I wiped the grime off with my sleeve, heart pounding. Finding something hidden in an old house basement? That's exactly the kind of thing you read about, not expect to actually happen. I pried open the jar with some effort. Inside was a folded piece of paper, yellowed and fragile. I carefully unfolded it and gasped. It was a deed to this very house, dated 1883. But that's not what startled me the most. The signature at the bottom was my full name. The exact spelling, same middle name included. The handwriting was mine too. No question about it. The penmanship was neat, with loops and curves that I recognized instantly, even though I'd never seen this document before. I blinked, thinking maybe it was some kind of prank. Maybe someone left this here to freak me out. But the ink had faded naturally, and the paper had that brittle texture only decades of time could create. I carefully slid the deed back into the jar and sat back on my heels, mind racing. The house's history was a mystery to me when I bought it. I'd done some research, pulled records at the county office, talked to neighbors, but nothing like this ever came up. I never imagined a document with my name on it would be buried right beneath my feet. The next day, I took the jar and deed to the county clerk's office. The place smelled like old wood and paper, and I half expected dusty files to leap out at me. The clerk, a middle-aged man with a tired smile, took the jar without much fuss. He unfolded the deed slowly, eyes scanning the faded text. Then he looked up and said, "Back to reclaim it again?" I froze. The casual tone, like this was just another routine visit, unsettled me. This is the first time I've seen this," I said quietly, feeling small in the vast office. He shrugged. "That's what they all say at first." I watched him replace the deed in its folder and stamp it. "Your name's been in the records here for a long time, you know. On and off. It's like you keep coming back, even when you're not supposed to." His words hung in the air as I gathered my things. I left the office with more questions than answers. How could my name be on a deed from 1883? How could I have the same handwriting? And what did the clerk mean by coming back again? Like this wasn't the first time. That night, I couldn't sleep. The basement felt different now, heavier somehow, like it was watching me. I went back down with a flashlight, standing where I found the jar. For a moment, I imagined the life of whoever signed that deed so long ago. Was it really me? Or someone else? Someone connected to me in ways I couldn't understand. The house creaked. The wind rattled a window, and I shivered, not sure if it was from cold or something else. The past and present felt tangled in this old place, and maybe some things weren't meant to be fully understood. I don't know if I'll ever figure it out. But for now, the deed sits safely in my desk drawer, a silent reminder that this house holds secrets, some that might even be mine. Well, you've heard the truth. But remember, not every story ends when the video does. Some stories follow you home, into the dark corners of your mind. If you've made it this far, you might just be brave enough to face what's next. If you want to hear more of these terrifying tales, and perhaps awaken something you shouldn't, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You'll want to know when the next nightmare arrives. But be careful. Once you step into the darkness, it's not always easy to find your way out.